In this video, you're going to be discovering something pretty important about yourself, where you stand on the one and only political spectrum. Right now, a lot of people are completely lost when it comes to politics. They have absolutely no clue if they're liberal, conservative, progressive, libertarian. So they end up supporting and voting for people who don't really represent them. And of course, embarrassing themselves in casual conversations because they can't really explain why they believe what they believe. So, as someone who's seen both the beauty and the ugliness of politics, I'm going to ask you 10 simple but powerful questions so that you can find out exactly where you stand. Every single question is going to be multiple choice, and depending on what you choose, you're going to get either 1, 2, or 3 points. At the end, you add up all of your points, and you get assigned a title from yours truly, either right-wing, moderate, or left-wing. My first question is going to be about billionaires and wealth inequality. What do you think? First option, billionaires earn their wealth and should keep it with minimal taxes. Second option, billionaires can exist, but we should tax them fairly to reduce inequality. And third option, billionaires shouldn't even exist. Wealth should be heavily redistributed. You get 1 point for option 1, 2 points for option 2, and 3 points for option 3. And that's how it's going to be like for the rest of the questions. My second question is about immigration. What do you think? Option 1, immigration should be very strict. We must protect national culture and jobs. Second option, immigration is fine with proper controls and integration policies. And third option, immigration should be open and welcoming. Borders should be more relaxed, maybe even non-existent, if you're really extreme. Third question is about government interference. What do you think? First option, the government should stay out of people's lives and regulate as little as possible. Second option, the government should step in only where the market or individuals fail. And third option, the government should be deeply involved in regulating and providing services. This is kind of tricky. Question numero 4 is about gun control. And it's very important, especially if you are American. If you're European, you're probably gonna be saying something pretty specific, but whatever. What do you think? First option, people have an absolute right to own guns. No more restrictions. Option 2, guns should be allowed but with reasonable background checks and limits. And option 3, guns should be heavily restricted or banned entirely. Question number 5 is about something that is very, very special and kind of morbid. The death penalty. What do you think? First option, the death penalty is justice and should remain for the worst crimes. Second option, it should be rare, only in extreme cases with no doubt of guilt. And third option, it should be abolished completely. No one deserves execution. Or at least the government doesn't have the right to execute. Question number 6 is about wokeism and social justice. What do you think? First option, woke culture is ruining society and should be resisted. Second option, some social justice ideas are good, but some go too far. And third option, woke culture is necessary to create a fairer, more inclusive society. Question number 7 is, in my opinion, the most telling when it comes to your political ideology. And it's about abortion. What do you think? First option, abortion is murder and should never be allowed, except maybe in dire cases. Second option, it should sometimes be allowed, sometimes not, depending on circumstances. And third option, you should be able to get an abortion whenever you want. Question number 8 is a little bit more economical, and it's about healthcare and welfare. What do you think? Healthcare and welfare should be private. People should take care of themselves. Second option, a mix of public and private healthcare/welfare is best. And third option, Healthcare and welfare should be fully funded by the government. Sorry for stuttering. Question number 9 is about freedom of speech and censorship. To some, it might seem a little bit obvious. To others, maybe not so much. What do you think? All speech should be free, even if offensive or harmful. Some limits are okay, like hate speech or incitement. Speech should be heavily regulated to protect vulnerable groups. This one's kind of tricky because sometimes censorship is a little bit more right-wing and other times it's more left-wing, but I chose to classify it in a bit of a different way for the purposes of this quiz. And last but not least, question number 10 is about foreign policy. What do you think? First option, focus only on our country. Stop wasting resources on the world. Second option, be involved globally, but only when it clearly benefits us. And third option, actively help shape and police the world, even at high cost. And that is it. Tally up your points, everybody. If you got between 10 and 16 points, you are, fortunately or unfortunately, a little bit more right-wing, a little bit more conservative. You value tradition, personal responsibility, and limited government. You are skeptical in the face of experiments and prefer stability and order. If you scored between 17 and 23 points, you are more centered. You are moderate. You see good in both sides. You balance personal freedom with collective responsibility. And most importantly of all, you don't fall victim to extreme ideologies. And last, but in my opinion, certainly not least, if you scored between 24 and 30 points, you are liberal/progressive. Your most important belief is your belief in social equality. And you think the government should interfere to kind of, destroy the inequality. And you also think that tradition should be rethought for a better future. For context, because context is very important, when you think of a right-wing politician, you most likely think of Donald Trump or Boris Johnson. And when you think of someone who is more left-wing, you think of people like Kamala Harris or Emmanuel Macron, President of France, of course. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you found out something about yourself from that quiz. Comment down below your score, whether you found out you're more conservative, centrist, or liberal when you thought you were otherwise, or had no idea what you were, and have just found out. Comment down below your rage or your contentment because you found out you actually are what you claim you are, and I'll see you later. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, drop a like because it helps me immensely, and see you later, and stronger than ever. Stronger and smarter than ever, and more politically educated than ever.